And well, moving on to some geopolitics then, Algeria brought an UN resolution for immediate ceasefire in Gaza, where some 30,000 people have already lost their lives. 13 out of 15 countries supported it. UK abstained, and guess what? The US vetoed the resolution. And the reason US has given is that the resolution would have complicated the ongoing talks for a ceasefire. Well, what is the diplomatic behind the curtain game that Israel and its partners are really playing? And how many more dead bodies will fall before Israel ends this offensive? Well, to discuss the matter, we are joined by Robinder Sachdev, who's the founder president of Imagindia Institute. Hello, Mr. Sachdev. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now.
My pleasure. Thank you to be with you, please.
Mr. Sachdev, what is going on in Joe Biden's head? I mean, it was, earlier on, he was the one who was supporting the ceasefire, was in complete support of that. And now that the other countries are pushing for it, he's vetoed it.
I think what's going on in Joe Biden's mind is that, you see, there are a couple of layers of messaging being played out. One, bottom line, it seems that Joe Biden and the US is standing completely alongside Israel. And the intent is that Hamas should be completely decimated, one. Second, but yes, looking at the numbers of deaths and the huge other issues around it, the US is playing a smart and game wherein it's signaling, is giving out public statements that it is unhappy with what Netanyahu is doing, right? That takes off or releases some pressure on the US. Then you get some leaked reports that US has been trying or Biden is unhappy with Netanyahu. But bottom line is that the US is completely going along with what Israel is working towards. So that's the bottom line with the US. US, yeah, sure, may have divergence of views, but US is going along and it knows that it's facing global criticism for its policies to go along completely with Netanyahu or Israel. So it's kind of using as a safety valve statements which, assure the folks who are criticizing the US, or it makes us seem that, you get a headline in the New York Times or Washington Post exclusive, Biden very unhappy with Netanyahu, America very unhappy with Netanyahu, but they are going along. So these leaks and insider sources and exclusive stories which are coming, I think they are meant to help the US continue on its path of completely and totally supporting Netanyahu and Israel.
So, Mr. Sachdev,
there is no alternative or a solution to this from what it seems as of now, that this carnage will continue apparently till about the 10th of March, when the Israelis are giving a deadline that by the hostages should be released. And then we can talk about a ceasefire or so. Or rather, if by 10th March hostages are not released, Israeli forces are going into Rafah, which has been hugely concentrated and dense with Palestinians. By all accounts, if hostages are not released, Israel will go ahead and the US will continue to kind of buffer Israel. So what it is leading to is, I think, much more, building up of the pressure, like a pressure cooker you have, right? In a pressure cooker, the pressure keeps on building. So on the one hand, the pressure will keep building. But a little good news from a geopolitical context is overall that this war, quote unquote, has not spiraled out into a fuller, bigger war across the Middle East between Israel and Hezbollah, and then Israel and Iran. So the war has probably is not spiraling that way as of now, but the pressure cooker is building up.
The pressure is building up. When and where do you see this ending? And will it end with any positive outcomes then?
Unfortunately, in this, it seems that nobody has any good options, and the jury is out in the open. One doesn't, brilliant minds and leaders like Biden and Netanyahu and the world over and Modi ji all are working towards it. But I honestly don't see this coming to any quote unquote solution. This process might carry on like this for the next 1, 2, 3 months. And then the danger is that the pressure cooker may burst, wherein wider wars between Israel, Hezbollah and Israel. Actually, Israel is angling for multiple objectives in this. One of Israel's key objective is also to neutralize Iran's nuclear program, because Iran threatens Israel and they both are, etc. And Iran is supposed to be quite near to its nuclear program. It actually is. So Israel is looking to, one, settle the Hamas matter once and for all. But the way it's looking to settle is it's idyllic, it's utopian. They want all Palestinians out of Gaza. They want from the river, the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, completely under Israeli control. I mean, that cannot happen. And since that will not happen, the Netanyahu Israeli government, and Netanyahu has his own politics, may feel compelled to escalate the war towards Hezbollah and say that, we have more enemies in Lebanon, and this whole thing is being orchestrated by Iran. So the biggest danger to my mind is that Israel does not succeed. It has not succeeded so far in any of its objective picture. Israel does not succeed. It further gets bogged down in Gaza, and then to deflect being stagnated in its objective to completely, eliminate Hamas, Israel will deflect the vectors towards, Hezbollah in Lebanon and Iran, and that with the wider configuration. That's the fear.
Mr. Sachdev, well, we really thank you for joining us and giving in your views on the matter. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.